So you guys, I did an entire video and I forgot to put the batteries to my mic. Who does that? And to think that I played back before I started and I knew something was wrong. It still didn't occur to me that what could be wrong is that my mic wasn't connected. Anyway, I'm so sorry if you listen to the main video after this and you find that there's something particularly wrong with the sound. So sorry, I use my phone mic. I don't think it's entirely bad, especially because the place is not so loud. But if it does sound somehow, I'm really sorry. I hope that you will not forget next time. I have never forgotten. Maybe it has to do with the new house and how crispy clean it was sounding in my ear. Although I did know that something was wrong. But who the hell forgets to put batteries in a microphone? Apparently Maranatha did. Hi guys, happy new year, happy 2024. I'm not sure this is the first time I've posted this year. If you have been following me on my YouTube, you know that I stopped the podcast itself December of 2023, but I said I wasn't going to leave the YouTube blank, so I have been posting a couple of things on the YouTube channel. But for the podcast itself, this is the first official video that I'm releasing in 2024. So I say a very big welcome to my old subscribers and my followers. But for the new people, welcome. My name is Maranatha Abutu and I am the host and producer of Rave with Mara podcast. On this podcast, we talk about everything relationship, we talk about marriages, we talk about society, we talk about books, we talk about movies that I love, we talk about friendships, we talk about everything that there is to talk about, basically. So this is the channel for teas, for updates, and then my personal life updates as well. If this is your first time again, please don't make it your last. On YouTube, I am Mara Abutu, while on all podcasting platforms, I am Rave with Mara podcast. So this is a welcome video, just to welcome you guys to the show for the year, as the case may be. When we come back from the short break, we'll get a jump into this, what I have titled Chats or a Welcome episode. So stay tuned. Welcome back. I remain your host, Maranatha Abutu. If you're feeling weird about the name, because I know a couple of persons have asked me, what does that name mean? Where are you from? Are you even Nigerian? Is the name Nigerian? All those hula baloo. If you are not comfortable calling me Maranatha, you can simply call me Ene. Actually, I prefer it. To be frank with you, I prefer it. You can call me Ene. Now, to get a jump into this conversation, this is just to give a welcome and also to give gist about my life and what has been happening with me from the last time that I had a show. I don't know if I mentioned that my sister was getting married. But yes, my younger sister got married. This should be 2 weeks ago now. So there's been a lot of jumping hoops, elders to pacify, and all that going on. Congratulations to my sister and her husband. I pray that you guys' marriage will last. I'm not sure if I would be putting up clips. I might be putting up clips. Shout out to my friends who turned up for me. I really, really appreciate it. This wedding was so impromptu. If you are one of my closest friends, you would understand that this wedding got sprung on me, especially. But I'm so happy that we're able to do our bid and also able to help out the little way that I could. So that's out of the way. Secondly, if you have been following my, newsletter, you would know that I started newsletter for 2024. I started to resume back as of last year. I wasn't so sure what I wanted to do with the newsletter on Substack, but I decided that every Wednesday, as much as I can, I would be releasing newsletters. But if I'm not able to, at least at the end of every month, I'm able to write something to give you guys an update about my life. That's up and running. Also in this 2024, I decided to start a book club, which I have titled Pages with Mark. Mark is the short form of my name, which is Maranatha Abutu Queen. I decided to rearrange it to suit me and have a very good pronunciation. So I've been using Mark from my books, and now I've also adopted it for my book club. So in this book club, we meet every last Sunday of every month. So we started last month, which is January, and our book for that month was Maybe Someday. If you haven't read it, this is an opportunity for you to jump on that wagon and go and read that book. Now, for the month of February, which the book club is going to be this weekend, we'll be meeting by 5 p.m. West African time. Our book for the month is A Spell of Good Things by Ayobami Adebayo. If you want to get a jump on this, please check out my Instagram page, Pages with Mark. A link to join the book club on Telegram is available there. And I'm sure that if you check my main Instagram page, which is Mara Abutu, you would also get a link there. So one of my goals for 2024 is to read more. I know that I read as much as I can, but this is the first time that I'll be doing at least one book review every week. That's what I've tried to do. So as much as I read, I will be recommending books. I would also be recommending and reviewing other books I've read in previous years. So if you want to follow up, if you want to get your reading habits a bit up, I suggest that you follow Pages with Mark on Instagram and also join the book club so that you can condition yourself to read at least one book every month. So yes, that's that. Then what again have I done this year? Oh yes, as you can see, this doesn't look like my old apartment. So yes, I did move from my old apartment, and I think I had mentioned before the end of last year that my rent got increased by 100,000 naira. The movie wasn't more about the rent increment, but it wasn't more about paying as much as that for that small space, So I've been on the lookout for apartments. I've met crazy agents. Oh God. I promised that I was going to write about it in my newsletter. Maybe at the end of this month. That's what I would write about, and then, give you guys general updates about what's been going on in my life. So I'm really happy and proud of myself that I was able to finally pay for a bigger space and pay for a place that I know I am happy and, very comfortable about. So far so good. There's not been any challenges. It's just a very small compound with just 3 apartments. So I doubt that I would be having any noisy neighbor issues. Maybe the only problem that I have right now is when I moved in here, I was made to understand that the electricity is really good. But since I moved in, it's been a bit wonky. My first door neighbor, the one to my left, they've been powering a generator, and I think the only issue is it's really loud because it's bigger than mine, so it sounds really noisy most of the time. And they've been powering generator like almost 24 hours a day. I'm really happy that currently there's power, which is why I'm able to record this episode without any hassle. So I'm happy about that. Other than that, I think security is okay because the gate locks itself. Each of us in the house have our own keys, and there's just a lot more. I don't know how to explain it. If you see that I am smiling so much, it's not that I don't miss my old apartments actually, but I think I miss the people that I became friends with, because where I am now is really far. So the idea of people meeting up, something that none of us is even thinking about, but if I say I'm not happy, I'm lying. I'm happy for a whole other reasons. What else has happened this year? What else do I want to do this year? Oh yes. So for my book, I think that I want to be able to push myself to publish my book this year. I talked about it last year so much that eventually I gave up. If you guys follow the show, you would remember that the reason I gave up was because other books closed down, and then I was having issues with some of my other books that were on Amazon because of the payment issues. Pioneer has followed the show, you would understand what I'm talking about right now. So I put writing on pause, writing stories, fiction on pause because of that. But I have found a way around it. So I am now going to keep writing my story, and I hope and pray, God helping me. There's one thing, I was telling my partner recently that there's one thing with sharing your plans with people. As much as you know that your friends don't wish you bad or anything, it's like when you throw something into the universe, and then the universe is supposed to hold you accountable. I don't know if that's what I mean, but somehow, because you say it out loud, you end up not actualizing it. I don't know if it's just me this thing happens to, but I'll try as much as possible to publish that book before mid-2024. God helping me. Yes, so that's that. What else happened? Oh yes, if you guys remember that last year I spoke so much about friendship breakups. I spoke about how female friendships can be very draining, emotionally draining, and how, again, if you've been following the show, I am sure that you know what I'm talking about. This year, I've conditioned myself to be a lot freer. I know that I'm not a perfect person. I'm not perfect. There've also been my female friends or my friendships in general where I've been the person who caused the drift. This year, I had conversations with 2 people who have been bold enough to explain what the issue had been and been able to trash that out. I've also been able to free myself of the guilt of a broken friendship where I thought that we both had faults, but I think I was very hard or harsh on the person because the person isn't confrontational. So this year, I'm starting to realize that maybe it came with my birthday in January. I don't know. But I've realized that I'm a lot more patient with people than I would usually be. I've also decided that whether you're my family or you're my friend or my family, I would no longer take bullshit. Meaning that, I'm always the one who is always being confrontational and always wanting to resolve issues because my heart cannot take, some kind of heartbreaks, especially from friends and family. But a series of events happened between late last year and this new year that made me really rethink the quotes. There are people that you choose as family and they end up becoming way stronger than the actual family members that you were born into. And I decided to hold that quote really dear to my heart and not continue to take shitty family members as closely anymore. I know that it's going to sound somehow to a lot of people because when we talk about family, we talk about family being the unit of a society. We talk about it being, there's nothing you can do about it, your family is your family. But I beg to differ. As my family member, be it my parents or be it my best sisters or my best brothers or whatever, I don't think that anybody should be in a place where they are not being appreciated or they are always constantly being put down. And you keep taking it simply because you're family members. So yeah, this year I've decided to act really on it and just leave people be. Right? I feel like as adults, we are all grown enough to understand where a situation is not working for us. So I'd rather now take myself out of that equation than keep for the sake of, we've known each other for so long, known each other since we were babies, or we've known each other since birth, that kind of thing. Or we're born by the same parents. I think that's not something I want anymore. I believe that as we are growing, we choose who we want as our family members, and we hope and pray that the families that we have been born into see us for who we are, treat us with the respect that we deserve. And if that is not happening, then so be it. Now, the other thing I wanted to say is the country situation is getting really bad, extremely bad. Since I moved into this house, I visited a couple of stores to try to get a refrigerator and a microwave. And honestly, I would have to use my entire salary to be able to afford a proper chest freezer and a microwave. So I have decided that me and my burner will be hitting the food every day, which is not ideal. Honestly, at this point of my life, I shouldn't have to worry about refrigerator anymore. And it's bad that if I had gotten what I wanted as at October of last year, I wouldn't be in this situation. Because right now, the amount of money that I used to purchase a refrigerator last year, I could have used it to buy a brand new one. But right now, the price has almost doubled. I blame myself, really. I blame myself, but honestly, I don't know what we're going to do about the rise of dollar and Tinubu as president of this country. I'm really sad, and even those of us who are working is no longer helpful because we are spending everything on food stuff. I went to the market a couple of days and I was just shouting, So the price of garri has gone up. My saving grace is I got a quarter bag of rice since November, maybe October even, because I don't eat as often. I still have more than half of that rice as this time that I'm recording this episode. Seriously, my heart goes out to everybody. I understand that the country is really hard. I don't know how people who are not employed right now are faring. I don't know how families of 2, 1, 3, 4 are faring right now. I don't know if complaining is going to help us at this point, because the matter is we can't complain our way out of this dollar problem. My heart goes out to people who go to work on a daily, who ply road on a daily to go to work, because transportation has not been the easiest thing. I've never been more grateful for my remote work than I am right now. A couple of things is happening at work. We have a new operations manager. A couple of changes have been going around. I just hope that it favors I and my colleagues. I pray that nothing bad really happens to any of us, because this is a bad time in the country to not have a job. So, that's that. Quite frankly, I feel like I want to put a lot more of myself into the YouTube. I hope and pray that this is the year that I get monetized. This is the year that I get sponsorships. This is the year that bigger and greater things begins to happen for me on the show, basically. I pray for everybody out there. I pray for you as you contribute to me on the YouTube by watching and sharing my show. I hope that God blesses each and every one of you. I hope that God never neglects you in your time of need. I pray that as difficult as this time in the country is, that it doesn't become difficult for you guys out there. And I pray that this year, all our goals, expectations for this year may become, a fulfillment. If you are new, you can check out my other videos. I'm sure they're on YouTube. If you prefer the audio, check out my podcast or on all podcasting platforms, Rave with Mara. Again, welcome to the show this year, and I hope to see you guys every week. I hope that you tune in. I hope that you share. I hope that you comment and like. Very, very important. You don't have to write anything elaborate, right? Anything. Love emoji. Oh, well done. Oh, beautiful video. Oh, I love your hair. Oh, I love your new glasses, by the way. You guys, I got new frames, as you can see. The other one broke. Yeah, it broke. So I got new one. This is about actually the third one I'm getting since the last time you guys saw me on my other frame. Long story. One got sat on. The other one broke on its own. No, the other one was too wide for my face. Started to expand within a space of 2 weeks. Yes, I had to change it. Then when I changed it, this is the first time I'm using really bright colored glasses and loving it. When I changed it, the other one, I don't know what happened. The frame started to break on its own. Started to have cracks and tears. So I went back to the same seller and then it got me this one. So yes, there's so much in stock for us this year. I hope that you stick around for it. Please click on the subscription button if you're not yet subscribed. Click on the notification bell if you are just joining us and you haven't done that. Please do that so that when new video pops up, you will be among the first persons to know. Posting days still remains every Friday by 5 p.m. West African time. The podcast, I'm not so sure what the plan is, but if I keep doing it, I hope that it's not just a waste of my time. The book club, join on Telegram. I'll probably put a link under the description of this post. You can also click that to get joined. You can also join the Instagram where I recommend at least one book every week. so you can get your reading habits up. What else? Yeah, this year I hope to put out more content. I hope to be a lot more consistent on this channel. I hope to have us talk a lot more about societal issues and several other issues. Have us chat. I don't know about vlogs, to be frank with you, because I barely ever go anywhere, honestly. And moving here is also going to restrain me from going out as much, especially because I live at the other end of town now, unlike when I was living in central Abuja, which I really love that I'm living at this side of town, but I know that I don't even go out as when I was staying there. So now I know it's going to be a lot worse, except I make active efforts to at least go somewhere once a month. If I'm able to do that, then of course you get one vlog every month. But if not, we'll have at least movie reviews, which I already started on my YouTube, my main page, actually, Mara Abutu on Instagram. So every week I would recommend movies to you guys and also books to you guys. For that, it would be on my Instagram page every Sunday for movie reviews, while for book reviews to be on Pages with Mark. Now for the show would be on my podcast page and my main page from time to time. This is where I end today's video. See you guys in my next video. Bye.